What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jackson to Drop That Podcast. Welcome. This episode is brought to you by Laidback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the episodes you can ever record, and make sure you rewatch when you're on your own time. Go on laidbacktv.com, see how you can download your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, and go on their Instagram and official _laidbacktv to say, what's up? That's all you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's on your screen right now in case you can't fucking spell. Now, let's get into some fight talk, bitches. All right, guys. We got a killer weekend. Killer weekend. We got UFC and we got boxing. Okay? We got boxing. We got Clarissa Shields. Heavyweight championship against Cruz. Can't say her whole name, but, I'm sorry, but I will be watching your fight. We got Sean Strickland, Fluffy Hernandez. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. I love it. And we got the WBC Welterweight World Championship on the line as Mario Barrios taking on and defending against King Ryan Garcia. As far as our segment, who you got? I got Clarissa Shields defending the title. Sean Strickland versus Fluffy Hernandez. Strickland has no wrestling whatsoever. Striking for days. Talking a lot of shit. Promo. All that energy is going into it. I got Fluffy Hernandez by decision. I'm going to go with that. All right. Now, this is where it gets a little dicey. For Mario Barrios taking on Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is with his dad again. His former trainer is now training the champ, Mario Barrios. Now, if his trainer was not training Mario Barrios, I'm going for Mario. The trainer that he's fucking with now, that used to be Ryan Garcia's, is the same trainer that trained Ryan Garcia against Gervonta Tank Davis. And we all saw how that happened. Body shot, 10 count. Took a knee. Okay? But this is Ryan Garcia's last shot. His last shot at a world title, at a title he didn't even fucking deserve. He didn't do nothing to earn a fucking welterweight championship. Who the fuck got bribed is beyond the fuck out of me. Ryan Garcia got knocked down and lost his last fight to Rolly Romero. So how the fuck is he's got a shot? I don't get it. He should have had a fight first. If you win by knockout, get a shot. But apparently there's some bullshit happening. I think the division needs Ryan Garcia to win. So I got Ryan winning this one. Mario Barrios, I'm judging him based off his last performance. And his last performance was against Manny Pacquiao. And you could even beat an old man. So I got Garcia. All right. So there's a rumor that main event for the UFC White House card is Ilia Topuria defending the undisputed UFC lightweight championship against interim champion, the highlight, Justin Gaethje. I can fuck with that. At least you got an American on the card and on the main event. And then apparently the following event in July, it's going to be welterweight champion Islam Makhachev defending against Ian Machado Gary. There we go. Ian Machado Gary. Personally, I didn't see Ian actually earning a shot, but then again, the welterweight division is in shams, so who the fuck basically is going to get a shot? So if you got to give it to somebody, I guess you give it to Gary. Let me see what else we got. Cannot lead this. Former two-time UFC heavyweight champion and former WWE superstar Cain Velasquez has been released from the inside, jail, prison, whatever you want to call it. Salute our Mexican brother. Yo, welcome home, man. You know what I'm saying? I always thought prime Cain Velasquez, if he was in this era of the heavyweight division, he's fucking washing everyone. He was one of the best to ever do it. I was always going to Buffalo Wild Wings watching his fights. Again, his last two fights with Junior Dos Santos, because they did a trilogy. His fights against Bigfoot Silva, he beat him twice. yeah, his fight against Brock Lesnar was one of my favorites. His fight against Big Nogueira, 100%, yo. Cain Velasquez, yo, man, that's right there, team dad all day. If you guys don't know the fucking story, I don't think I could get red flag for this. I don't even think I could get sued for this. I don't think they can do a fucking thing to me. So fuck them if they think they can. All right, Cain Velasquez, child was being touched. And what a father like Cain and us, team dad, would do? We go and try to fucking kill those motherfuckers, okay? So Cain Velasquez, he did his thing. He tried. He didn't catch the fucking guy. He got his dad. But hey, what other reaction you expect from a devoted dad? Okay, not a father, a dad. Okay, he's gonna be there for his son. He's gonna be there for his kids. He's gonna be there for his wife. He's gonna be there for his family. Okay, but don't worry, Cain. That motherfucker, he's gonna go to hell for what he does, or somebody's gonna fuck him up one day. They're gonna finish the job that you started, man. Salute, King. You deserve it, bro. Congratulations on your freedom, man. Enjoy freedom, man. You deserve it, bro. All right, moving on. So apparently Nate Diaz wants back in the UFC and wants to do his thing, and he wants the winner of BMF Championship, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. In a jiu-jitsu conversation, I'm down for Oliveira versus Diaz. I think that will be very entertaining for the BMF belt. Against Max Holloway, I think he washes Nate Diaz strikes-wise. I don't know. I'm down for it. I'm even down for it to make it for the White House card. Winner of that meets Diaz in the White House. But they're also talking about Conor McGregor taking on Colby Covington at the White House. I ain't gonna lie. I hate it and I love it. Now, here's why I hate it. Because Colby is a grappler. Conor is not. You know what I'm saying? But if Colby was to keep it on the hands, keep it on the feet, striking, it's entertaining. Here's why I love it. Both of these guys are a fucking talker. Promo, press conference would be on fire with these two. And you get an American on the card. You need an American in each bout. They said that the White House card is going to be at least 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 fights. That's basically a main card. I'm down with that. If, let's say it's 7 fights, I'm down with that if all 7 fights are fire. And an American for each bout. Okay? We can talk about that as a main event. Why not? All right. Here's what news popped out today, apparently. Conor Benn, fresh off his victory over Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn is leaving Matchroom Promotions, which is Eddie Hearn's promotion. He's leaving Matchroom Promotion for Zuffa Boxing. Ooh. Now, you can look at it as 2 ways. One, Conor gave a big fuck you to Matchroom, even though they saved his life. They hooked him up with fights that made him pro, made him money, put him in situations as a world champion, a WBA world champion, put him in a situation where he's moving up to face Eubanks in a fucking stadium, which would be one of the top fights of the year, and worked out a negotiation in his last bout to rematch since he lost against Eubank and he beat him. I could see where you could feel a certain way, but maybe Conor has a reason why he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? There could be a million reasons why. To me, it's going to make it interesting because it's like with Matchroom, you could have argued your way into facing the winner of Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia for the WBC title. Now, that's if Conor wants that. Because he had a little face-off with Rolly Romero, who's the current WBA welterweight champion. And it didn't matter. He signed with Zuffa Boxing. What opponents? I like it. I like it. I think if it's a huge bag, hell yeah, why not? Get it. Do your thing. But the question still resides, like, Like Jad from the cruiserweight division, they signed him. Now they got Conor Benn. That's the welterweight division. They signed him. Who are you matching these motherfuckers with? You know what I'm saying? I want to know. Who are you matching them with? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not fucking seeing a goddamn thing where you can match them with. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to make negotiations with other promotions like Golden Boy, like Top Rank, like Premium Boxing Champions, like Matchroom also? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a question mark, but I guess we'll see. Here's a little side thing that just went down, no pun intended. Dan Hooker's side bitch exposes him for cheating on his wife, lavishing her with gifts, possibly cheating on her with a dude. And who confirmed this shit was real? Dan Hooker's wife's father. Yep, his father-in-law. If this is true, because Dan Hooker is tweeting like he's entertained by bullshit, or he's entertained by whatever gossip, but that could be a way to, I ain't worrying about him, nigga. The fuck? You messy as fuck, bro. But that would explain why you've been losing every fucking fight in the past, 3-4 fights? Like, when was the last time Dan Hooker actually won? You know, he's getting his ass fucked up by everybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cool. It ain't cool, bro. It's maybe because you're doing a lot of fucking with your side chick that your knees ain't working, bro. You need to chill with that. Now, before we get out of here on Fight Talk, an announcement got blown out this week. And I actually took my time digesting this news because I wanted to hear everybody's input first before I give mine. Because I want to hear everyone's. I'm a little, I don't know, I'm not biased. I'm a little objective about it, but I was more like, would I watch it? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking watch it. Is this needed? Not really. Is it exaggerated? Overly. So let's call it Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. You can look at it as Ronda Rousey, the last face of women's MMA, taking on the first face of women's MMA. Or you can look at it as far as the top 5 most attractive women's MMA fighters. These are the top 2. These are the top 2. You can make an argument. You know, I know you got Valentina Shevchenko, you got Tracy Cortez, Tatiana Suarez, Mackenzie Dern. Who else was the other one? Macy Barbara, Paige Van Zandt. You got them all. Gorgeous women. But these were the ones that kind of paved the way for you guys. You know. So so MVP, Jake Paul and Nikita, I can't even say his name, Jake Paul's partner, from MVP, Most Valuable Promotions, have gone into a partnership with Netflix to promote the first MVP MMA card. This is the first time MVP has been doing women's boxing and men's boxing. That's it. This is the first time they're going to dabble in MMA, let alone a women's MMA event. Okay? And it's going to be headlined by Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, both coming out of retirement. Okay? Ronda has not fought in over 10 years. Gina Carano has not fought in over 15 years, nearly 20. They are scheduled for a 5 minutes. No, I'm saying it right the first time actually. 5-minute rounds. So 5 rounds, and they're all 5 minutes apiece. And they scheduled it for 145 pounds, which is featherweight. Okay? That's technically Carano's division, and this is the first time Ronda's going up because her weight class was 135. This is going to go down at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California on May 16th. The press conference will be on March 5th. Now here's the shit, right? Here's the shit. I'm a little curious. All right. Like, here's my exaggeration on it. Okay. That's great. 140 pounds. You ain't got to cut too much weight. Stay healthy. All of that shit. Why are we doing 5 rounds? Can you, out of all Ronda Rousey's fights, right? When has she ever gone 5 rounds? The most is 2. And that was her first loss to Holly Holm. But 5 rounds? What the fuck? Now, I know she's a judo bronze medalist, but in the end of the day, in MMA, those are different kind of miles than an Olympic. Okay? She's doing judo through a whole round. Like, most of her fights that she won and finished were all first round. All first round. Easiest money she ever made. You know? She hasn't fought since her last fight, which was against Amanda Nunes. And Gina Carano hasn't fought since her first loss to Chris Cyborg. And they exaggerate that Chris Cyborg fight. I've watched that fight multiple times. I had Gina Carano winning until the last 12 seconds where she was just getting annihilated at the end. But that's just me. I'm curious who's going to be on the card. Is this going to be an all-women's MMA event? Are they going to mix it up? Are we going to see Amanda Serrano, who's an MVP fighter, world champion boxer, come back to MVP? I'm sorry, come back to MMA because she did a couple of MMA fights at PFL. Is she going to come back and do her thing? Maybe. You could see it. All right? She can do it. She's got wins in MMA. Are we going to see the debut of Jake Paul's MMA debut? Maybe. I mean, when I look at this on paper, Ronda's going to try to go first round. First round, judo, armbar. Bring everybody into a dome to waste our time on a first round. Now, whoever is training Gina Carano, you can't train this armbar technique and shit. You got to train to keep her off you. Takedown defense. You know what I'm saying? Keep your distance. Because if you got a Ronda Rousey chasing you, right? Like, she had a baby last year, okay? If you got a Ronda Rousey chasing you, you are possibly going to drain her, and then you're going to light her up with strikes. Just look at her fight with Holly Holm. Chasing her. And it didn't work. Head kick. Shoo. Out of there. But we got time. The only thing I don't like is that Ronda Rousey's going around saying, I wanted to do something for Carano. Get her a bag. She deserves this. Oh, right. Okay. Gina Carano's family is fucking rich. She was in Fast and Furious 6. Better part than your part in Fast and Furious 7. Like, this cocky Ronda Rousey shit is weird. I'm kind of curious why Dana White in the UFC didn't want to do this shit. Because apparently she went to them. But I think in the next couple of weeks we're going to know a lot more than what we've been told so far. I think by March 5th, the press conference, we're gonna know a lot more on what's going on. Who's gonna be on the card? It's gonna be all women. It's gonna be a mixture of men and women. We're gonna know more. So stay tuned. I can't wait. I'm excited for this fight. I was watching both of them in Strikeforce, and these women are both beautiful. Not only in person, not only back then, but right now, these two are gorgeous. Gorgeous women. So I can't wait to see what it's gonna be like. I want to hear Gina talk too. You know what I mean? Like, let Ronda get her shit off and then just annihilate her. Let's see what you're about, Gina. I want to see it. But I'm your boy Eddie Jackson. So Drop That Podcast and Fight Talk. Make sure you hit that sub button, the likes, comment. Let me know what you disagree or do you agree what the fuck my take is. All right? I guess we'll see. Let me know what's up. All right? Y'all be easy. Peace.